Hello and welcome back to another UCL fantasy video. A bit of a different one today. We are going for a new style of video. I thought I'd pop out an extra Champions League video for Matchday 4 just to kind of see how it gets on. I feel as though there could be more content out there from me. A lot of the stuff I do focus on can be very, Twitter and thread based. So I felt like I could potentially get something a little bit different out there on YouTube. And today we're going to take a look at the best captains for Tuesday and Wednesday. Something that I could potentially bring out every Tuesday morning, depending on how well it is received. So if you do want to see more of this, make sure to drop a like and let me know down in the comments section. It shouldn't be too much of a long one, and we are going to jump straight into it. So we're looking at the top 5 teams for clean sheets and over 2.5 goal odds, just to kind of get an initial grip of who the best teams are looking like for Matchday 4. And the number 1 team on both lists is Inter Milan, with a 68% chance of a clean sheet against Kairat and a 75% chance of scoring 2.5 or more goals. So we're definitely going to be looking at some Inter players for today. Arsenal are looking quite good for clean sheet odds, but not really too much for the over 2.5 goals. If you do watch the Premier League on a regular basis, obviously Arsenal's defence is absolutely unbelievable, having not conceded now in 7 matches, and a lot of attacking threat from those guys, and as well someone like Gabriel, his ball recoveries have been really nice so far. Atletico also pop up twice on this list, 49% chance of a clean sheet and 49% chance of scoring 2.5 or more goals as well, so potentially someone like a Julian Alvarez could be someone that we do take under consideration. Spurs in there for clean sheets, Newcastle for clean sheets as well, and with Barca, Chelsea and Manchester City also in amongst it for the over 2.5 goal odds. So this is what we've got for Tuesday. We have 4 initial, captain-worthy games. We've got Arsenal playing the early kick-off against Slavia Prague, which is obviously useful when trying to pick a captain, because we want to make sure that they are going to start. For the 8 PM games, we've got Spurs against Copenhagen, Atletico against Union SG, and then Liverpool versus Real Madrid as well. We definitely could look at a potential captain there. So the 4 players that I've picked out is Gabriel, Kylian Mbappe, Julian Alvarez and Bukayo Saka. So yeah, we've got a lot of decent options available. Again, Gabriel in that Arsenal defence has decent ball recovery numbers, and of course a really nice fixture with good clean sheet odds this week. Definitely one to potentially consider if you don't want to go for someone like Mbappe, who has a more difficult fixture this week against Liverpool. Obviously Liverpool haven't been the best of defences, but he's definitely a very good option despite the difficult fixture away at Anfield. Alvarez looks like the standout. He's the only one out of the 4 with the home fixture this week, playing against Union SG, and of course Atletico have really good chances to score a good few goals in that match. We've also got Bukayo Saka, who with Gyökeres out injured may be the main focal point in the team, and definitely is worth considering, and probably will have the penalties as well. So the choice that I'm going to be picking for Tuesday is going to be Julian Alvarez. Again, for this I have got a lot of stats on the screen. I have greyed out the ones that don't really matter for a forward like Julian Alvarez. So we're looking at a really nice anytime goal and assist chance with 71%. And right now Atletico aren't doing too great for expected goals, only sitting at 5.7, which is 13th in the league. But the main reason for picking out Atletico is because of the expected goals conceded from Union SG. They're sitting at 9.8 right now, which is actually the worst in the entire Champions League. Sitting at 36th, have conceded the most expected goals. Alvarez as well, I think he's the second top goal scorer in La Liga. I think he scored, I want to say 7 goals. I don't know if that's 100%. But he's on fine form this season, and with a 71% anytime goal or assist at home against the worst defence in the league, it definitely looks like a really nice opportunity to captain him, and a really nice transfer in as well. Obviously after playing Arsenal in game week Matchday 3, he's probably not going to be the highest owned player in the world, so if you are looking for a big differential captain, I think he's definitely going to be a good option this week. Wednesday, we also have 4 standout fixtures. We've got Karabag versus Chelsea, which again will be the early kick-off match, so we are going to see the lineups for that before making any substitutions. We've also got Barca against Bruges, Man City against Dortmund, and the big one being Inter Milan versus Kairat. So for that fixture, we have picked out 2 potential captaincy options in Lautaro Martinez and Denzel Dumfries. Hopefully, obviously it's a lot more difficult on the Wednesday, trying to guess the predicted lineup. So this is obviously based on the fact that both Martinez and Dumfries will be available. By the time Wednesday morning comes around, we will probably have a confirmed lineup for Inter Milan. So owning these players should be enough before deciding whether to captain them or not. Both obviously absolutely fantastic. Martinez, obviously the main man in the forward line, with Inter expected to score quite a few goals. He's obviously always going to be a good option. And then Dumfries, again, very, very high goal threat for him and top of the clean sheet charts as well. You're really looking at, a double whammy there for him. Really expecting that clean sheet, and obviously the goals and assists could be an added bonus. Can't rule out Erling Haaland as well, playing against his old team at home in the form he's currently in. Another fantastic option. Again, you can't go against that. And then of course we've got Lamine Yamal as well. Barca are looking quite decent for over 2.5 goals. Yamal isn't the most explosive player in the world, so he's maybe one it's kind of like a last resort captaincy if you maybe don't have any other 3 options, but definitely still one to consider based on the odds. And obviously, star power, Yamal really has all that, and obviously is very, very good player of the match chances just based on the player that he is. But the Wednesday choice I have decided to go with is Denzel Dumfries. We're picking a defender for our backup captaincy, and for good reason as well. He's sent at first for defender points at 37, which of course is absolutely massive considering there's only been 3 game weeks. You're averaging almost 12 points per match so far. 68% chance of a clean sheet obviously tops the leaderboards, and he's got a 48% chance of an anytime goal or assist. So you're really looking like a very, very likely clean sheet this week, and a 50-50 chance of him picking up an attack and return, which is going to look at him at very likely getting a 9+ pointer. And if he picks up an attack and return as well as the clean sheet, there's a very good chance he picks up the player of the match as well. So it's a very decent opportunity for him to pick up another 10+ pointer and a very good captaincy option. Of course, for expected goals, Inter looking nice, 3rd in the Champions League. For expected goals conceded, they're sitting in 7th. I just realised I put 2.4. It's supposed to just be 2.4 expected goals conceded. The fact that they're sitting in 7th with 2.4 goals conceded as well is absolutely huge. Just kind of shows you how good all the defences have been in the tournament so far. But they obviously are playing against Kairat, who are sitting in 34th in the league. Picked up their only point against Paphos in matchday 3. But again, you can kind of see with all their stats in terms of goals conceded, 33rd. They've conceded 9 in 3 games, averaging 3 per game. So you would really expect Inter Milan, to score 3-4 goals in that match. They have only scored 1 goal as well, which was against Sporting in the last minute. So again, I'd be very confident in that Inter Milan clean sheet. For expected goals, sitting in 33rd. For expected goals conceded, 34th. Not really looking too great for stats either. So I think Dumfries is looking like a fantastic option with a huge ceiling for captaincy this week. And that's it, just a short, under 10-minute video explaining the captaincy choices. I think Alvarez is going to be your best choice for Tuesday, followed by Gabriel, followed by Mbappe. And then for Wednesday, I think it's clear that Dumfries is going to be your best choice, followed by Lautaro Martinez again, in the presumption that both of them are going to start. If not, I think Erling Haaland is a fantastic backup option to have. So that's going to be it. Hopefully you find this quite useful. If you did enjoy, again, make sure to leave a like. The more likes we get, the more likely it is going to continue. Hopefully we can continue this series on. Short and sharp, just going through some of the best captaincy options for the week. So if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.